What's up, guys? It's Bone here, and I said fuck the intro this time because obviously my Counter-Strike intro doesn't really fit Battlefield 1. I gotta figure out an intro for Battlefield 1. But beside the point on that, today we're gonna talk about, well, a bunch of shit about Battlefield 1. First thing is the Tank Hunter class. Um, it can be used as one of the more trolliest loadouts, at least. At the least. Otherwise, it's like a fucking sniper rifle on fucking crack. That fucking plane just like fucking came in like a fucking wrecking ball. Well, if I wasn't lazy, I would actually edit that in, and I'm probably too lazy. Now, one of the glitches I've noticed is this, where you are able to climb up a surface, but it knocks you back down. Now, it might be built into the game like that because you're not tall enough to pull yourself up, or you're not strong enough. That I don't know why need to be strong enough, but at this point I actually hit my desk and fucking yelled fuck and continued on. Now notice the armored train. That really does come in handy in this situation. Now this is another glitch I noticed. So I threw it, and I got my fucking ass blown up because it fucking clipped the fucking... You know what the fuck that is. Ooh, I got some more Moscow Mule left. Okay. So, as I pour my drink... What are we talking about today? Well, I'm on E-Flag, and if you have played the beta, you know what is on E-Flag. Obviously, well, one lone horseman, and the Tank Hunter. Since it is the armored train is currently out, I thought I'd give it a try and basically go after it for a bit. And it actually was a pretty long run. I had to pause here and there to avoid dying, and then the train went out of back to their spawn because it pussied out. It didn't even go to E flag. It just went, or the F flag. It just went back to spawn to like do something. I ended up taking out the front turrets like 4 times throughout this entire clip, but in order to get the video video length I needed, I just needed to cut it there. So let's talk real talk. Is the Tank Hunter a viable class? Well, armored train wise, yes, it really does limit the amount of stuff you can do in the train. If you have a little tank hunter out in the middle of the field here, and he has the calculated recoil and all that, and the drop and stuff, you can really do some damage. Actually, it's actually quite impressive, the range and stuff. Again, I've played Battlefield 1 for like 3 hours at this point, so don't mind the fucking shitty gameplay. I'm a Counter-Strike player at this point. Just consider me a Counter-Strike player who wants to be a COD warrior, but doesn't like COD. So here's where I actually really start doing the damage to it. I'm aiming primarily at the turrets because those are the ones that are really doing the damage in the front. Those ones are I think the just artillery cannons or something like that, and they do a lot of damage to people, and tanks and other stuff. So there, I disable the turret, and that basically makes everyone in that turret, or the one guy in that turret, actually basically just sit there until it fixes itself. Eventually it will, and notice the top of the UI bar on the top of the middle screen has the train health. Now, at this point the train did back off because I did take off one of the turrets, and I think it did suffer some damage otherwise. But I figured out through also this is actually not a very good means of taking out a plane, just firing pop shots at it. But there you go. There you get another shot at the fucking train there, and then another shot. It's actually a very viable way because the train really didn't locate me that much. And when it did, I was mobile enough where I could actually just get the hell out of there when I needed to. Now notice here they don't even know where I actually am, and I've disabled the front 2 turrets, and it's just basically they're just backing off because their front defense is gone. So I honestly would think that this is much more of a defense against the main part of the train. Now, it is viable against tanks. I didn't really get any tank footage against this because I actually focused on the train the entire time. But regardless, I'm just going to show you an uncut gameplay of Battlefield. Now, I figured out there either my recoil calculation or the range is just off, and I decided to save my 7 bullets I have left. I'm not sure which exact gun this is, but like I said in my previous video on Battlefield 1, check out Forgotten Weapons, and they actually have many of the anti-tank weapons they used in World War I. It's actually really, really cool. It's something I do recommend checking out because it is something that I actually found really, really, really interesting. He actually has a playlist on his channel for Battlefield 1 fans, so check that shit out. I was not told to promote him, But if you're a fucking Battlefield 1 fan, you gotta check that shit out. You see the real guns in real life on a video, of course, but still, cool as shit. So at this point, I'm waiting for the behemoth to come back, and I'm gonna do like 5 damage to the bomber. I think is 4 damage. Oh my god, we're doing so much damage. He's definitely just gonna come down. He's just gonna crash land, do that 4 damage. Yet I really think a fucking 55 caliber shell should do a little bit more to that. Now, some notices on this clip right here, this part, is it's a little bit glitchy in the movement with that. So I move up a little bit too far, and it pushes me back with the rock's hitbox. And so, I don't know, it was a little bit annoying, but it was doable. Now, I'm going to push back on the D flag to help capture it. 1 for the points, because I'm a point whore. Yeah, you can fucking give me free points and I'll suck your dick. I'm not gay, but 5 points is 5 points, you know. But, so, I'm also getting a little bit more aggressive with the behemoth, and you're going to fucking probably hate me for the end of this fucking clip, or actually charge the train, because I run out of ammunition. I couldn't figure out how to switch back to my primary. Now, I don't know if you can switch back to your primary, but I don't think that EA and DICE really figured you'd last this long. So I disabled the second front turret, and I'm going to do some body damage. That shot completely missed somehow. Probably went through the middle. Now, the middle of the train is actually significantly damaged at this point. It's about 1/4 health, but at this point, we really have the whole fucking game. At this point, I really think that this game was pretty much GG'd, because look at the ticket difference. Jack Frags in his video did comment today that he finally experienced the first game where they actually completed before the whole game ended, before the clock ran out. So that's pretty cool that I actually had a game that kind of actually went this way. I recorded a few games today. One of them was just absolute shit. I went like 1-11. Unfortunately, you don't get a kill for taking out the turret, even though I think you should, and Level Cap also has stated that before. But notice the front turret's back, but I don't have anything, so I just stand on the railroad tracks like, hey, fucking kill me, because apparently you can't use your nades anymore too. So, is the Tank Hunter class a viable option for lone E flag? Well, E flag, no. I think they had a idea of the map where you'd be like a massive tank assault on E flag, and that's why I honestly think that it ended up that way. But it ends up being like one of those flags that people don't really touch that much in the game. Reason being, well, it's way out. Who wants to travel over a minute on foot? And I'm being serious. I think I actually traveled for about a minute, and then I got killed by a Renault tank, the little tanks. But long story short, it's just so far out that nobody really cares about it. It's one of those flags that it like I said, if statistically speaking, I don't know the statistics of this, but I know EA and DICE have read the statistics. It's where you end up finding that it's maybe captured with a 45-second to a 1-minute break in between. Yet, let's say C flag that I just spawned on now gets captured by, let's say, the other team, and it immediately gets offensive to retake, regardless of callouts or anything. And that basically means that C flag is a lot more important, and D flag is a lot more important than any other fucking flag. This is actually quite a funny clip here. I really don't understand how this happened. I want to blame it on netcode, but it could be just how it went. He slashed first, then I slashed him and killed him. I honestly don't know how this went, but whatever. That's one of the other bugs I noticed. I kind of just wrote it off as like, haha, funny moment, but in the end, I don't know. So, Battlefield 1, I actually typed GG there because I knew there was a game at that point. But Battlefield 1 at its core is an insanely good game. Notice the red square in the corner of my screen where it's pretty much staying in the below 40 frames per second, around 60 to 40. But it didn't really go anywhere too effective to actually make it a very good running game. I've had a fair amount of lag spikes, to be honest, where it dropped down to about 5 to 10 frames per second I don't include any of those in the gameplay that I'm showing you because it actually didn't happen today. It happened yesterday, but I removed some footage from my hard drive because I only have about 100 gigabytes to record with, and you know, a 40 megabit bit rate fills up your fucking hard drive pretty quick. So, tell me how you guys feel about the Battlefield 1, or have you pre-ordered it? Will you be pre-ordering it? And if you want to see more Battlefield 1 content, probably subscribe. I'll be uploading some later on after I get access to the main game. I do have a birthday coming up, so I'm going to ask around, see if anyone wants to give me that shit. But anyway, I hope you guys did enjoy this video. Happy gaming. Comment below, like I said, the stupid shit, like I said, you know, fucking, do you have Battlefield 1? But anyway, happy gaming, drop a like, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Watch my logout screen, too.